morning. This is Beat After Beat. How is everybody doing today? Typical morning. This is Beat After Beat Bio Mondays. Welcome everybody. Drum roll, please. Well, that's the way to start out your Monday morning with a nice bang here at Beat After Beat. Coming to you live from the Motor City. 66 degrees and cloudy here in the Motor City. Much love to everybody. Thank you for showing up. We have today the opening act, Talk Talk. Back in the early 80s, Talk Talk, we had Have You Heard the News Today? The Party's Over. It's My Life. And so on from Talk Talk. They are the opening act this morning or this afternoon. And then we have the Thompson twins. Hold Me Now. Another great band from the 80s. This is new release Tuesdays. Thompson Twins are the headlining band this afternoon, as well as Talk Talk, the opening act. One moment while I get my notes. The opening act is Talk Talk. This is Bio Mondays with your host, Beat After Beat. Much love to everybody. See who's in the chat. Rowan is in the house. Thank you for showing up, making some time. Come see Beat After Beat. We have Talk Talk this afternoon, as well as the Thompson twins. Much love to everybody. We will begin with Talk Talk. Acclaimed and ambitious British ensemble who combined pop and jazz influences with Mark Hollis plaintive vocals. Talk Talk, active 1980s, 1990s, formed in 1981 in London, England. Disabled were disbanded in 1991 under the pop rock, art rock, new wave, synth pop, post-rock group members Lee Harris, Mark Hollis, Paul Webb, and Simon Brenner is Talk Talk. Thank you, Rowan. Appreciate it to the fullest. We got Talk Talk opening act, as well as the biography of them and the discography. Talk Talk, with the exception of a handful of common threads, chief among them the plaintive vocals and haunting lyrics of frontman Mark Hollis. There is little to suggest that the 5 studio LPs that make up the Talk Talk are indeed the work of the same band after beginning their career with records virtually the new wave era that spawned them. The British group never looked back, making significant strides with each successive album on its way to discovering a wholly unique and uncategorizable sound informed by elements of jazz, classical, and ambient music. Their masterful final recordings, while neglected commercially, poses a timeless rare among music of any genre, and as retrospective, they seem the clear starting point for the post-rock movement of the 1990s. The story of Talk Talk begins with singer-songwriter Mark Hollis, the younger brother of Ed Hollis, a disc jockey and producer who went on to manage such punk-era bands as Eddie and the Hot Rods. Mark originally planned to become a child psychologist, but in 1975 he left the university to relocate to London, eventually forming a band called The Reaction. Ed Hollis called in a few favors, and in 1977 The Reaction recorded a demo tape for Island Records. Among the tracks was a Mark Hollis original titled Talk Talk, which later surfaced on the Beggars Banquet punk compilation Streets. After just one single, 1978's I Can't Resist by The Reaction, disbanded, and through his brother Holly, Mark Hollis was introduced to bassist Paul Webb, drummer Lee Harris, and keyboardist Simon Brenner, with whom he formed Talk Talk in 1981. After recording a number of demos with producer Jimmy Miller, Talk Talk signed to EMI Records, which assigned Duran Duran producer Colin Thruston to helm their first two singles, Mirror Man and Talk Talk. Clearly, EMI's intent was to mold the band in the spirit of the new romantic movement, and towards that end, they also tapped Talk Talk as the opener on Duran Duran's 1982's UK tour. Their debut LP, The Party's Over, was indeed a product of its times, defined by contemporary synth pop sensibilities, but with an honest and lyrical depth absent from most other records of the movement. In 1983, Talk Talk resurfaced with the single My Foolish Friend, which in itself marked a major leap from the first record with its denser and more mature sound. The dismissal of Brenner made it plain that the band's days of relying on synthesizers were over for good. The remainder of 1983 was spent writing and recording It's My Life, Talk Talk's breakthrough recording. The turning point was the arrival of producer and multi-instrumentalist Tim Green, who was to remain an unofficial fourth member of the band for the remainder of its existence. Good morning, crazy girl. How are you, dear? Much love to you. Freeze Green and Mark Hollis, found the ideal partner to realize his ambitions. It's My Life made a major strides away from The Party's Over, rejecting the debut's new wave trapping in favor of richer, more natural textures. The gambit worked. The gambit worked, with the little track becoming a hit on both sides of the Atlantic. Released in 1986, The Color of Spring continued to trend on the strength of the Smash's Life's What You Make It and Give It Up. It became Talk Talk's best-selling album to date. A major world tour followed, with EMI allotting an enormous budget for the group's next effort. In 1987, Talk Talk settled into an abandoned church to begin working on their fourth LP. EMI executives eagerly awaited the finished product, and they were to continue waiting as the group worked far past its deadline, seemingly with no end in sight. Already well on over budget, Mark Hollis refused to allow label heads any advanced tapes and informed EMI that not only would there be no singles from the record, but that the group would be unable to recreate the complex arrangements on stage, and as a consequence would perform no live dates in support of the disc release. Finally, after some 14 months in the studio, Spirit of Eden was issued to thunderous critical acclaim. Little commercial interest and meditative work, it bore little resemblance to standard pop music, with its lengthy songs and spacious organic arrangements perhaps closest in theme and texture to jazz. With relations between EMI and Talk Talk at a breaking point, the label issued an edited single version of the Spirit of Eden track, I Believe in You. Without the band's consent, Talk Talk eventually split from EMI, but not without resistance from the label, which subsequently sued the band for making an anti-commercial album. The case was thrown out and released a pair of compilations, Natural History and History Revised or Revisited, without the band's involvement. Crazy girl, good to see you. Talk Talk then signed to Polydor Records. Paul Webb subsequently left, and the masterful Laughing Stock was recorded primarily with guest musicians. Issued in 1991, the LP marked a complete break from convention, adopting an almost free from aesthetics. However, it was also Talk Talk's final work. In 1992, Webb and Harris reunited in Orang, while Hollis disappeared from view, finally issuing his self-titled solo debut in early 1998, a live Talk Talk release. London 1986 appeared in 1999. Mark Hollis died. I remember that. Mark Hollis died on February 25th, 2019, following a brief illness. Rest in peace, Mark Hollis of Talk Talk. There you have it, the biography of Talk Talk. Up next is the discography of the band coming at you. 18 minutes in the show, 3 people in the house. The discography of Talk Talk, 1982's The Party's Over, one of my favorites. EMI Records, 4.5 stars. 1984's It's My Life, also one of my favorites. EMI Records, 4 stars. 1986, The Color of Spring, EMI Records, 4.5 stars. 1988's Spirit of Eden, EMI Records, 4 stars. And 1991's Laughing Stock, Polydor Records, 4 stars. Now you can find Talk Talk in my playlist, my created playlist. As always, Rising. You can catch Talk Talk in my playlist. Much love to the fullest. And the headliner this afternoon is the Thompson Twins. Such hits as Hold Me Now, and many other hits. "21 minutes in the show, 2 people in the house. Thank y'all for showing up. Bio Mondays. We just went through the opening act. Talk Talk. Life's What You Make It. It's My Life. The Party's Over. Up next, the Thompson Twins. If I can get there. Beat definitely does his research. All right, I got my notes ready for the Thompson twins. Much love for to the fullest. In case you didn't know, I am in the T's. I started out with Bio Mondays with the A's. We are in the T's now. So you can look back. I started out with the A's. I believe ABC and A Flock of Seagulls were the first to appear on Bio Mondays. Um, so I've taken two bands from the letters, each letter, and presented that in my Bio Mondays. So you can look back. I started out with ABC and A Flock of Seagulls, worked my way down every week to the letter T, which brings you now Talk Talk and the Thompson twins. I will not be here next Monday. I have a doctor's appointment at 11 o'clock. I have to get a full checkup. So Bio Mondays will not be around next week because I have a doctor's appointment. So I apologize in advance for that. "24 minutes in the show, Bio Mondays." And we are in to the gap. The Thompson twins, British synthesizer act whose pop focus on songs like Hold Me Now helped achieve steady success on both sides of the Atlantic during the 80s. Active 1970s to 1990s, formed in 1977 in Sheffield, England, disbanded in 1993 under the pop rock styles: contemporary pop rock, dance pop, new wave, synth pop, alternative indie rock, punk new wave, alternative punk, alternative pop rock, dance rock. Group members: Tom Bailey, Alana Curry, Andrew Edge, Forrest Williams, James Shorter, Chris Bell, Joey Leeway, John Rube, Peter Dudd, Keith Firmly, and Matthew Seaglum. A lot of members in this band. Thank you for showing up, everybody. Hi, I'm back, taking another quick break. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. The Thompson twins, by appealing to fans of the 80s dance pop as well as post-punk and new wave, the Thompson twins were one of the more popular synth pop groups of the early MTV era, scoring a handful of hits in the early mid-80s. Neither a duo nor related, but rather named after characters in a Tintin cartoon. In the Tintin cartoon, the band enjoyed international success with songs like Hold Me Now, Lay Your Hands on Me, and King for a Day. all U.S. top 10 hits. After the group's disbandment in 1993, lead singer Tom Bailey retired the material until 2014, when he began performing their hits on the Nostalgia circuit and on tour in support of his 2018 solo album. So Tom Bailey came out with a solo album. A native of Halifax, Yorkshire, England, Tom Bailey was already learning to play the piano at the age of 2 and later harbored dreams of becoming a classical pianist. Inspired by musicians such as Can, Frank Zappa, and Hawkwind, he took classes in guitar and clarinet as well as piano in college. He also became a music instructor at Brook Comprehensive School in Sheffield, England. In 1977, Tom Bailey met Joey Leeway, a fielding actor. The pair hit it off, yet Leeway wasn't part of the original incarnation of the Thompson Twins, which featured Bailey, vocals, keyboardist, guitarist Pete Dodd, guitarist John Rook, and drummer Chris Bell. During the late 70s and early 80s, the band released a handful of independent singles that became features on the new wave or the new romantic scene in London before signing with Arista Records in 1981. The year they released their debut album, a product of. Not long after its arrival, Tom Bailey added his girlfriend Alina Curry, percussionist, saxophone, vocals, and Joe Leeway, percussion, vocals, and former Soft Boys bassist Matthew Singelman to the group. Thompson Twins recorded one album in this 7-piece incarnation. In 1982, Set was issued in America, as in The Name of Love. The record didn't do well, and following a release, the group was trimmed to a trio: Bailey, Curry, and Leeway. The revamped Thompson Twins released Quick Steps and Sidekicks, which has Lies, Lies, Lies. Very cool tune. Check out Lies, Lies, Lies by the Thompson Twins. Very disco-ish, new romantic, new wave. Rowan. So the revamped Thompson Twins released Quick Step and Sidekick, which has Lies, Lies, Lies on there, in 1983. And the album became a major hit in the UK, climbing all the way to number 2 as the singles Love on Your Side also on that album, as well as We Are Detectives, reached the top 10 in America, and the record was released under the title Sidekicks and earned a cult following. The Thompson Twins had their American commercial breakthrough in 1984 with Into the Gap. Hold Me Now, the first single from the album, became a bigger hit in the US than it did in the UK. Peaking at number 3, it reached number 4 in England. Into the Gap also featured the hits Doctor Doctor and You Take Me Up, and the Thompson Twins quickly followed the record in 1985 with Here's to Future Days. Lay Your Hands on Me became an American top 10 hit, as did King for a Day. Leeway left the group in 1986, and the Thompson Twins remained a duo, releasing Close to the Bone. The following year, it peaked at number 90 in the UK, also charting in a handful of other countries, including Canada and Norway, but not in the US. Tom Bailey and Curry made their romance public in 1988 when the couple had a child. And that same year, they released the remix album, The Best of Thompson Twins, Greatest Mixes, Big Trash, the band's 1989 debut. For Warner Brothers Records, produced the minor US hit Sugar Daddy, but it was overlooked in England. In 1989, Tom Bailey also produced the Debbie Harry solo album Deaf, Dumb, and Blonde. Debbie Harry is from Blondie. Go check out Blondie. Debbie Harry is the lead singer for Blondie. She is Blondie. It included the hit single I Want That Man, which he had co-written with Curry. He returned to produce 1990's Well, Did You Even for Harry. The Thompson Twins then released their final LP, and club-inspired Queer was that album, in 1991. Though the album failed to chart, the single Come Inside hit the top 10 of the US dance chart and topped the dance chart in the UK, also reaching number 56 in the UK top 75 that year. Tom Bailey and Curry got married in Las Vegas, and in 1992 they moved the family to New Zealand. Reflecting a greater focus on electronic music, including ambient techno, the couple went on to record as Babel. Check out Thompson Twins and I hope so. The things I grew up on. So after the Tom Bailey and Curry got married in Las Vegas in 1992, they moved the family to New Zealand, reflecting a greater focus on electronic music, including ambient techno. The couple went on to record as Babel, releasing 2 albums under the 1994's The Stone and 1996's Either, both via Reprise Records, and both to little notice. Tom Bailey continued to find occasional studio work with other artists, including co-producing Mix. The 1999's debut album from Stellar, it reached number 1 in New Zealand and went on to win Best Album at the 2000 New Zealand Music Awards. Around that time, Tom Bailey started the dub-oriented project International Observer, its self-released debut album in the 2000s. The album was Scene, was made in collaboration with Visual Arts. Scene was reissued by a different drummer. A year later, in 2003, Tom Bailey and Curry divorced. By the opening operating as a solo project for Tom Bailey. International Observer continued to release albums into the next decade, with its fifth LP, Touched, arriving in August 2014. That same month, Tom Bailey performed Thompson Twins songs live for the first time since the 80s at the Rewind Festival at Temple Island Meadows. The warm reception led to further performances of Thompson Twins hits on tours of the UK, Japan, and North America. In 2016, he released his first solo single under his own name. Come So Far became the final track of his full-length solo LP. 2018's Science Fiction, a pop album inspired by touring again with the 80s music. That year, he played a mix of solo material and Thompson Twins hits to large theaters, arenas, and amphitheaters in the US and the UK while on tour with Culture Club. There you have it. There is the discography of the Thompson Twins. This afternoon's Spotlight headliner. One moment we will begin the discography of the Thompson Twins. You can catch the Thompson Twins in my playlist. That playlist rises every single day. I am always putting in new arrivals. It's like your digital record store. Back in the day, I used to go into the record stores, and right there was a bin of new arrivals, new releases. So consider me your digital version of a local record store. That created playlist is created for all of you. It's my inspirations and my likings to the music I was brought up on. Let's go into chat. Love you, sister, soul sister, Pixie. Love you too, soul brother. Pair of solos in the house. Beat after beat. Hi, beat after beat. Hi, Para buddy. Much love to you, Miss Solo. Hey, Para. Para Solo. Hope you are doing good today, Para Solo. Pixie, I'm working on a new Matrix video. Uh-oh. Thank you all for showing up. On this Monday, Bio Mondays. I started out playing electric guitar when I was 6 years old. I started drawing, painting. Soon after that, in high school, I played the saxophone and the bass guitar. While in high school, I worked at a local record store on the weekends for about 3 years, and I got to know the how a record store runs, how the business runs. So on the weekends, I used to work at the record store, and I used to get discounts on my tapes and cassettes as well. So I have a history of working at a record store. In 2003, I opened up my record store on eBay as Beat After Beat. So I have started out. Beat After Beat really began in 2003 as a business. I sold worldwide on eBay, had over 5,000 customers back in 2003. Oh, nice, Rowan Entertainment. I am looking forward to that one. Your videos are bomb. I am working on a few videos too. Woohoo! I remember Sam Goody. Yes, Sam Goody. I worked at a place called The Record Collector. I worked at Harmony House here in Michigan. You can't find a local record store around here anymore. So I'm pretty much considered your digital version of a local record store. I used to have tons of cassettes and even singles, but sold them when I moved. I kind of wish I had them now, or at least some of them, yes. So I know pretty much how the business is run, record store. Um, I've been in 5 local bands here, heavy metal, hard rock bands here in Michigan over the years. Um, Pretty successful in these local bands I was in. It all started when I was 6 years old. I was given a gift of a cherry red Fender Stratocaster and a portable Marshall amp when I was 6 years old, and my whole life changed after I picked up that guitar. I was in the art world and doing murals and painting murals and in billards, pool halls, and making out, designing tattoos, and people used to like my designs, and they used to put them on their arms as tattoos. Dang, I bet that was awesome to have. Yeah, it was a gift. I think it was from my uncle. Hit that like, thumbs up. Done. No, I'm not done. I do have the discography of the Thompson twins. I miss Blockbusters, yes. Be kind, rewind. Thank y'all for showing up. I just got back from living out in the Pacific Northwest in Bend, Oregon. Bend, Oregon has the last Blockbuster. It's a very popular place to go. It's called the Last Blockbuster in Bend, Oregon. Like I said, I lived there for 2 years, and I've been in there. There's still one more Blockbuster left, and you can find that in Bend, Oregon. Wow, we are ancient. Old but fine. Like a fine wine. 47 minutes in the show. Thank y'all for your support. Pixie, Rowan, Crazy Girl, Parasolo. Do well. I know I'm fine. Oops, didn't mean to put the last always beat. So we're going to end the show with the discography of the Thompson Twins. Don't forget to check out the Thompson Twins, Pixie. Check out Sugar Daddy by the Thompson Twins. Timmy is acting nuts, so oh my god. Austin Powers. Haha. Laughed my ass off. The discography of the Thompson Twins. 1981's The Product of. On T Records, 2.5 stars. 1982's Set. 1982's Set doesn't have any stars and no record label. 1983's Quick Step and Sidekick on Import Records, 4.5 stars. Quick Step and Sidekick has Lies, 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 yeah. You can find that song on Quick Step and Sidekick's Timmy Behave. He is crazy today. Wanting love, pets, and cuddles, lots of laughs. It's is my 1984's Into the Gap on Arista Records. It's got Hold Me Now on there. 4 stars. 1985's Here's to Future Days on Arista Records. 4 stars. 1987's Close to the Bone on BMG Records. 2 stars. Oh, you like Lies, Lies, Lies. It is very, it's what I grew up on, that kind of stuff. I grew up on new wave, new romantic, disco, rock, heavy metal. No flies. They're around. I'll be sure to tell them hello for you, Pixie. There's still a couple flies in here, thanks to PPR. So we had 1985's Here's to Future Days on Arista Records, 4 stars. 1987's Close to the Bone on BMG, 2 stars. 1989's Big Trash on 1989's Red Eye Music Distribution, 3 stars. And 1991's Queer on Warner Brother Records, 2 stars. I believe Queer had Sugar Daddy on that, Pixie. So there you have it, the biography, discography of the Thompson Twins. Coming at you live here in the Motor City. Thank you. How to respond to that? I don't, Rowan. I don't know what the ladies like anymore. I will never live that down now. I like Hold Me Now. But I discovered the Thompson twins when they came out with Lies, Lies, Lies. They don't forget you. Very cool dance dance beat synthesizer. Lies, Lies, Lies. Pixie, when you get a sugar daddy, adopt me. You can find that song on the Queer album of all titles for a band. I believe I made you a mod, Pixie, the other day. Rowan's a mod. I thought it was going to be you. Darn, lots of us. Well, gotta find the next one. It might be a while, Rowan. Yes, you did. Thank you so much for that, Rowan. Yes, God is good. We began the show today with the opening act, Talk Talk. It's my life. Life is what you make it. The party's over. Have you heard the news? And hits on and on and on. We also did the discography of Talk Talk. Headliner, Thompson Twins. Be sure to check out my playlist, my creative playlist, always on the rise. I am all flustered now. What state can you have two wives? I think Arkansas. In the Amish country, you can have like 6 wives, I think, if you're Amish. I almost spilled my tea. Rowan, absolutely beat. Mondays are very rough to do. I'm sorry. Not doing Amish. I respect them, but I need my Wi-Fi. I bet they are funky. Pixie. Again, Beat After Beat has a doctor's appointment next Monday at 11 o'clock. I will not be here. There will be no showing of Bio Mondays, but you can catch Bio Mondays the following week. I will be doing U2 and Ultravox for that show. So be on the lookout for U2 and Ultravox coming at you Bio Mondays 2 weeks from now. Yeah, I'm just getting a regular checkup. They're going to check my A1C, take blood, weigh me. All those fun things that a doctor's office does. But that'll be it. Quite normal, actually. Well, Good. Okay, just checking. "57 minutes into the show, winding it down with the Thompson twins, winding down the chat, Pixie and Rowan, the big stars in the chat today. Appreciate it to the fullest. Don't forget to check out New Release Tuesdays tomorrow, and don't forget to bring your tacos. It is also Taco Tuesday, New Release Tuesday. Check me out tomorrow for the new releases. Right, there's no room for anyone else in the chat at all. Just ripping up that red carpet. We are tearing it up in the chat. It's fun hanging out. It's about having fun. Picks. For sure. Ripping up the red carpet here on Beat After Beat by Monday, ripping up the carpet in the chat with Rowan and Pixie. Much love to the fullest. I think it's Arkansas, Kansas, Arkansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, Montana, North Dakota. I think you can have more than one wife or husband in those states. Boy, wait till you check out my newest show, Red District. Red District. This Wednesday at 12 o'clock Eastern for Red Light District. Wait till you see early beat on this show coming up this Wednesday. I got a sport coat on. I got jet black eyeliner on. I got the stage lights going around back in like 3 years ago. So vintage beat coming up on Red Light District this Wednesday at 8 o'clock. I got the sport coat on. I got the jet black eyeliner on. Got the stage lights. Wait till you see this one. As a reminder, wait till you see Red Light District this Wednesday. I'm afraid to put it up because I'm wearing jet black eyeliner and a sport coat. That is one of that sounds good, but it's not. Say no to Sandy Crack. Awesome beat. Yeah, boy, I don't know if I'm gonna. It's like, welcome to the horror show on this one. This is like serious. You've never seen Beat After Beat with a sport coat on and jet black eyeliner. wait till you see this Wednesday show going back 3 years. I'm almost afraid to put it up. I will have to keep track of these events. Yeah, I got Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I got Bio Mondays every Monday at 12 o'clock Eastern. New Release Tuesdays, 12 o'clock Eastern. Red Light District, Vintage Beat, coming at you Wednesdays at 12 o'clock Eastern. I am writing all this down. Sweet. Yeah, you're not going to recognize Beat After Beat from 3 years ago. You are not going to recognize him. Well, I see some of my old videos, and I think, what the hell was I thinking? It gets really interesting as I'm going down the line with these videos. When I did my hair or makeup a certain way, lots of laughs, but we all grow and evolve. No, I still wear eyeliner once in a while. Arkansas is a new inside joke. Laughed my ass off. Calling U-Haul to keep with the move. But as I go along with these vintage shows, it gets more and more interesting. And again, you can check out Red Light District for this Wednesday coming up. It's a little over an hour show. I got the real deal stage lights and the backdrop and the sport coat and the eyeliner and a lot of cursing in this show too, by the way. It gets much deeper as I come across these vintage it gets more and more interesting as I go along. I think I lost my mind back then when I was doing those live shows. Something happened to me. Well, now I am intrigued. Gets interesting. It might even get scary. I saw myself in that sport coat and that black eyeliner on, and it's like, wow. Back in the days, see, when I was on stage, I used to wear black leather pants, ruffled shirt, white ruffled shirt, snakeskin boots, leather pants. My hair used to be ratted out. Makeup on. I used to have a hairdresser. Used to have a makeup artist. So some things have never changed. I had my moments. You missed my comment. Just be me. We all have different layers, and that's what makes us unique. Yes, always been a performer. Always, I know what it's like to work the stage, and always a performer. Always an entertainer. . And in case you didn't know, I am a music channel. I am Beat After Beat, coming at you live from the Motor City, established in 2017. And we all know what happens when this channel goes live. Riots every time this channel goes live. Riots every time Beat After Beat goes live. Welcome to the Motor City. Yeah, I took I took drama classes. I was in drama in a drama class. Playing characters can be fun. Yes, I am a character. Yes, it can. Woohoo! Role plays. Hiding in my pixie cave. All right. Now we're 9 minutes into the show. Just went over the Thompson twins biography, discography, closing up the shot. Yeah, me too, Beat. I even did makeup for a high school musical. Yes, I was in high school. I was in a talent show um, in a band. Um, um, and we won the talent show twice. Um, twice in 2 years. Um, and I used to be in a band called the Crucified Toads. I used to be called that was my first band in high school, the Crucified Toads, and I was playing bass. And we won the talent show twice in that time period I was in high school. Yes, a little rare thing I never shared. I used to be in a band called the Crucified Toads, a punk band, new wave band, back in the high school years. What about Wonder Woman? I used to have an Wonder Woman. Yeah, who could forget Wonder Woman? I don't like dressing up as Wonder Woman. Maybe Superman. Ha ha. Superman is good. Just messing with you. Maybe firefighter. Yeah. Now we're 12 minutes in the show, wrapping it up here with The opening act this afternoon, Talk Talk, and the discography of Talk Talk. Headliner, the Thompson Twins, biography, discography of the Thompson Twins. Don't forget to check out my created playlist. It rises on the daily. It's like walking into a record store and discovering new arrivals. That is beat after beat, new arrivals every day. You can sort out that created playlist by pressing the sorted button. Newest releases to date on the creative playlist. I'm all over the place, but in the creative playlist, it grows on the daily. Be on the lookout for new release Tuesday tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern, giving you the new releases for the week, as well as it's Taco Tuesday. Grab yourself a cold brew, some tacos. Come and enjoy the show, and don't forget to check out Beat After Beat's new program, Red Light District. You will see why I was considered the Red Light District, especially in this upcoming show, where I actually have my backdrop, my stage lights, wearing a sport coat and jet black eyeliner for new release, or for Red Light District. Vintage Beat. Not sure if I should share it, but I didn't even recognize myself 3 years ago. So it should be interesting to see Beat After Beat in a sport coat, stage lights, and eyeliner on. You're in for a treat Wednesday. I'm probably going to have to take some anxiety pills showing this upcoming vintage video live show. You got to pick me up first. I don't drive. Uh-oh. Road trip. I will look out for that. Yeah, you better get your blankie for this one. You won't recognize Beat After Beat at all. I am part of the bar crowd. Gotta pick me up. I don't drive. Woo, beat. We can do that. Yay. Oh no, don't do that to yourself, Beat. The good, the bad, the ugly with Beat After Beat on these vintage videos. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You're going to see Beat like you've never seen him before Wednesday. You'll know why in this one. You'll know why I am considered the Red Light District. I'm going to blow you guys away with this video. It's going to be a trick-or-treat show. Right. Back then I didn't have a soundboard, and back then I didn't know what I know now on how to operate on YouTube. But my vintage shows have an ambiance to them. I was given a lot of compliments for people coming in to my live shows, just relaxing and enjoying the lights, the stage lights, the backdrops, the chill out mood, the ambiance around me. I believe I had my my fog machine on in one of my videos too. My machine was on. My stage lights was on. Back then, I was doing heavy metal news and hard rock and heavy metal news back then. Um, Doing tour dates and okay, I gotta get to work. Much love. Thank you for showing up. Much love. Same here. Lots of laughs. It has been so much fun. Have a good one, Beat and Rowan. Much love to you. This is Beat After Beat. Bio Mondays. I will see you tomorrow. New release Tuesday, 12 o'clock Eastern. Coming at you live from the Motor City. Much love to the fullest.